All right, here we go. Now, I'm reading from the Zondervan Illustrated Bible Dictionary, and page. Put it on the screen so you can kind of see it. Right there in your left corner. Page 1529 reads, the common Hebrew word for wisdom is kakam, which can also be rendered skill, experience, shrewdness, prudence. Greek uses is Sophia, G 5053. I should have mentioned that the Hebrew concordance for the word wisdom is H 2683. Okay. Also, it says, if I'm reading this right, yeah, PHR, yeah, pronesis, G5860 as cognates. In the Most High, wisdom is the infinite perfect comprehension of all that is or might be. The Most High is the source of wisdom as of power, and wisdom is given to people through the fear of the Most High. That leads us to, I'm gonna highlight this one here. As a matter of fact, I did highlight it, and I intend to put this up on the community post on here, the Holy Armor Ministry, Sirach. If I just turn to it, I'm about to say I turn right to it. I'm looking right at it. I'm about to say, ooh, wee, give me chills here. Sirach 19. You know what? Sirach 19 and verses 18 states, the fear of the Most High is the first step to be accepted of him in wisdom. Wisdom obtaineth his love. Wow. Verse 19, the knowledge of the commandments of the Most High is the doctrine of life, and they that do things that please him shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality. Verses 20 down. The fear of the Most High is all wisdom, and in all wisdom is the performance of the law, and the knowledge of his omnipotence, meaning his power. Okay? I wanted to state that and read that before we get into this. Now it says here, going back to the Zondervan Illustrated Bible Dictionary in page 1529, the definition of wisdom, it said that, again, the Most High is the infinite perfect comprehension of all that is or might be. The Most High is the source of wisdom as of power, and wisdom is given to people through the fear of the Most High. We read about that in the book of Job. In mankind, wisdom is an eminently, how do I say this right? Eminently practical attribute, including technical skill, military prowess, and even shrewdness for questionable ends. Wisdom is shown in getting desired ends by effective means. Now, I said I just wanted to go over a few scriptures before we actually pray in and get into the study and get into the apocryphal book of Wisdom of Solomon. Last episode 7 of Wisdom, Knowledge, and Understanding, we went into the first 3 chapters, right? And I mentioned to us that what these scriptures of wisdom, when you're looking at speaking of the wisdom of Solomon, and I'll get into that here shortly, this speaks about the nature of the earth, how kings, how rulers should be seeking righteousness and ruling righteous, because ultimately the Most High power, okay, he's going to judge the earth, right? And judge the inhabitants of the earth according to the wisdom, his wisdom, that he has created and sustained all things, and by the wisdom, meaning the comprehension that he had given to mankind of the Most High, of who he is in creation, meaning that he's the creator, and who man is in the creation, meaning that he is a creation created by the Most High. And that man should be thankful and grateful to the Most High and not be lifted up, because it is the Most High who has bestowed wisdom upon us. Now, what we do with the wisdom, okay, that's an entirely different thing. We're supposed to, as it told us, wisdom is the fear of the Most High and keeping the commandments. And also, the first step to be accepted of him is the fear of him, and wisdom obtaineth his love. So if you really want to know how to love the Most High, you need to be in studies like a Bible. This is a Bible study here. A Bible study that's speaking about wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and how to apply its application, how to apply righteous wisdom to your life and to each of our walk. Now, making my point here, reading quick. So it tells us, in mankind, wisdom is an eminently practical attribute, including technical skill, military prowess, and even shrewdness for questionable ends. Wisdom is shown in getting desired ends by effective means. People of the world are often wiser in their generation than the children of light. Oh my goodness. So people, it seems like the people out in the world who, it seems like the Most High's children cannot seem to get it together. Maybe they're off to a slow start or whatever the case is, right? But the Bible is telling us that, listen, the people in the world, they know what they want. And, you know, and I'm giving you a synopsis, just paraphrasing. Do you know what you want? Shalom, Sister Renee. I know what I want, right? So when you know what you want, do you know how to get what you want? Do you have the wisdom to obtain what you're trying to get? Okay, and the thing that you want, do you have, because what was wisdom? The experience. Do you have the experience to possess that which you are trying to achieve? These are just, hypothetical questions that I'm asking you, but can be applied to your life in real time. Follow me. So now the wisdom of Solomon, that's what we're going into here today. The wisdom of Solomon was far-ranging in statesmanship and understanding of human nature, and in natural history, literature, and popular proverbs. Wisdom is personified in Proverbs 8 in a way that provides part of the background for the concept of the word in St. John chapter 1 through 18, speaking of the logos, speaking of the express image, the word of the Most High in Christ. Okay. Now, wisdom literature in the Old Testament consists of the books of Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, and Job, but is also found in shorter passages. And I might add, okay, because we understand that what I'm looking at here, I don't believe that they're speaking of the Apocryphal book, or the Apocryphal books that we are reading in right now, going into in our records. And if you look here on your left screen right here, make sure I get this right. The Holy Bible, 1611, right? So if you don't have one of these, then your Bible's missing some passages of scriptures. And I know you can search the internet and they'll tell you that the wisdom of Solomon is not a spiritually inspired book, this, that, and the other, and that this was the Catholic books. No, we know that there's this history behind that many of us who were born, I would say fairly in this modern time, recent, you know what I mean, weren't privy to the information of the history, okay, surrounding the records of the Hebrews and how the Most High maintained his word so that his people can find their way, that we can be the light. So his word is the light, it's the lamp for us. So staying on point though, let's read from verses 1, just making the point really quick, through, where's the one that I'm looking for? Through 6. Cast thy bread upon the waters, for thou shalt find it after many days. Cast thy bread. Your bread, what do we do with bread? I know in a lingo term, people were saying bread is like meaning their money or their finances, right? We know that bread is also sustenance, food that we can eat. So it's telling us to cast our finances upon the waters, for thou shalt find it after many days. So in other words, you have to invest. And this is what I've been pushing for us as a congregation, as a nation, as, even separately as individuals. You should be doing this to, make sure that you're increasing your bottom line. Okay? So that way you have something. What else does it say? Verse 2, give a portion to 7 and also to 8, for thou knowest not what evil shall be upon the earth. So in other words, look at some options how you can invest. And first you start small. It seems like my whole life that I've been investing in some things, and I'm not going to make a long dissertation about how I invested, but you have to make it a part of you to try to invest and not put all of your eggs in one basket. Now listen, it says here, give a portion to 7 and also to 8, for thou knowest not what evil shall be upon earth. Verse 3, if the clouds be full of rain, they empty themselves upon the earth, and if the trees fall toward the south or toward the north, in the place where the tree falleth, there it shall be. If this thing is standing here and it just falls, it's going to be right there. Okay? There's nothing more. There's nothing more that you could expect. You know that the tree was standing here. If it falls this way, that's where it's going to land. But if you now notice this wisdom that is given us. But if you take your finances and you invest, and as I told us, as a nation, the Most High seeing what you're doing, invest into your brothers and your sisters. Okay, invest like that. That means like invest into yourself. Okay, build something up. And then as the Most High blesses you, increases you, make sure to give to the Most High, because it's all his anyway. And I know what people say, oh, there's no tithes, right? Wait, let me remind you what it said in Genesis 28. Let me go there really quick just to show you. See, this is the mind of our people. Only people who have been struggling at the bottom and been poor, right? They hold on to everything that they have, and like this is knowing that, wait a minute, the Most High is going to provide for you. He's telling you what to do. But poor people think like this, right? But check this out. And I'm not taking a shot at poor people or people who come from humble beginnings, because I'm about to show us a video here in a second. We're getting ready to be stirred up here this evening, okay? This, I can already feel it coming organically. So let me show you something really quick. So Genesis chapter 28, right? And verses, look at the oath that our forefather, I'm copying it and bringing it in for us. So that way we don't have, I want to keep that on the screen right here. Genesis 28. Stick with me. I'm putting it verbatim as we see it here. And this stone which I have set for a pillar shall be look at this, shall be the Most High's house. And of all that thou shalt give me, I will surely give the tenth unto thee. That's a tithe. Now, did you know? Wait a minute. Did you know the same place where he's at right here is the same place that Abraham was? The same place where the Most High would build the Mount Zion? The same place. Where the temple that King Solomon would one day build would be in the same place. Ooh-wee. So the Most High makes it very clear that we are to, at least our forefathers did. So I'm seeing the way of our forefathers, because they had, and then listen, when they had the finances, because the Bible tells us in Psalm 62 and verses 10, when riches increase, set not thy heart upon it. So I know how we can be at times and being misused and mistreated. Sometimes we're like, well, I'm not giving to the work of the Most High because why? The false pastors, they're making out a business for themselves. Listen, this is the house of the Most High. Now, I'm just telling you for myself, the things that we see as the ministry, I want to serve in the Most High's vineyard, and I'm applying this to, I kid you not, I'm applying it. And you know what I'm saying? As I give you the report and testify to you, and you see the Most High begin to continue to lift your ark up from a lower state and establish me so that I can continue to be a pillar and a blessing to bring forth the things that I need to be self-sufficient. Just know that I was sharing with you too to tell you the same thing. You can apply the same thing. Now notice. Let me go really quick and get Proverbs 3. Ooh, the Most High is hitting it. I got to show you this because look at the mindset of our people. Where do we get this from? If you found that the quote unquote so-called master taught us this, to rely upon him, hold everything that we got. But the Bible's instructing us in Ecclesiastes that we are to take our bread and to spread it upon the water. Now that doesn't mean to be foolish and to be wasteful users of resources. Not at all. First, you have to study, do your due diligence, right? Some of us never been into business. So we now, as people, with all the things that have happened, there's some people who are workers that like to just go work for people and go get a 9-to-5 or whatever the case, or a career. And there's others, we built every economy in the world. And the Bible tells us that the strangers shall no longer serve themselves of us. So I don't know about you, family, but me, per se, personally, I'm asking the Most High. So when I go into prayer, I'm praying that the Most High give me the wisdom, the intellect, to give me the health, to give me the resources to accomplish. Like I said at the beginning of this season, in the season of strengthening, say accomplish. I want to accomplish what I am setting out to do and all that you have given to the works of my hands, because Judah's hands are blessed. So I know I'm kind of getting high, but stick with me here. This is all organic. That's why we call it the stirring, right? We haven't even gone to the Bible study yet. This is all organically. Now, it tells us in Proverbs 3, and I'm getting this one right now, in verses, is it 9? Yes, 9. In verses 9. Look. Hold on, watch this. 9 and 10. Coming in your chat. Really quick. Excuse me, Salakia. I'm putting everything verbatim, okay, as we see it in the scriptures. So in Proverbs 3 and 9, it says, honor the Most High with thy substance and with the first fruits of all thy increase. Verses 10, so shall thy barns be filled with plenty. So we're supposed to honor the Most High with all of our substance. And I know what some Israelites would tell us. Well, listen, and Israelites, you're not supposed to give tithes because we don't have a priesthood. We are after the order of Melchizedek, right? And me coming on here sharing with you, this is not me. I'm not speaking on this thing that I don't even know how this came about. I'm not speaking on this because I'm looking for someone to sow into me or give me tithes or whatever the case is. If the Most High already had put that on someone's heart, they would have done that a long time ago. And you get what I'm saying? So, but this is for you, to help you, because I'm doing it. I'm going to do it. As the Most High continue to bless me, and I'm doing it, I'm going to continue. I'm looking at Israel. I'm looking inwardly. I'm looking at me. I'm looking at my household. How can I be a blessing to those that are around me? Those who are proven. Those who are walking the walk and talking the talk. Right? So some people say, well, look, they did tithes with sheep, and then, they had a part of their what you would call the harvest, right? They'll bring that, and that's true. But we didn't have, at this point we don't have our own land, but yet the Most High's word is still going forth. And if you find somebody that is faithful to the ministry, you're supposed to know how to do good to the righteous. That's why I'm telling you this. The Bible just told us that the people in the world, let me read it to you again, not the Bible, but the Zondervan Illustrated Bible Dictionary told us, it seemed as if, listen to me carefully, that the people in the world were more intelligent than the children of light. They had these principles. Even the wicked knew that. But it's the poor that kind of hold back a little bit. And again, this is not by no means taking a shot on anyone, because if someone doesn't have it, they don't have it. But remember the poor woman that had 2 cents? She gave that. So I'm saying, if we do that, would not the Most High power honor that? I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, that's how I look at it. I believe the Most High's word. So, what does it tell us here? So, with every conduct, going back to the to my Zondervan Illustrated Bible Dictionary, let me take this off the screen now. So you see that this was an oath that our forefather Jacob made to the Most High God. And guess who he taught that? He taught his sons, excuse me. He very well taught his sons that. And in time we'll see it. So, Hebrew wisdom was not religious. It dealt, as in Proverbs, with every conduct, listen to this, in business. So wait a minute. See, you thinking that, I know how when we hear like tithes, offering and stuff, automatically our tenants should come up because we were misused. But I'm telling you, dear family, when I was in the quote unquote Christian church, I gave to those organizations, right? Because I wasn't like giving it to that man. I was giving it to the Most High, right? So, but look at this. Let me show you. I'm going to put this right back on the screen, but I want to show you this really quick. Look at this. Look like some of our viewers our viewers dropped off or something. I don't know if people like the context of the conversation at hand. So with every conduct in business, family, and social relations, and basic morality, Ecclesiastes ranges farther afield to consider the ultimate value of life. Wise men or sages, unlike prophets, claim no special inspiration. They exercised no priestly functions and were not like the scribes, devoted exclusively to the study of the sacred writings. Eventually, sages and scribes coalesced. How do you pronounce that? Coalesced into one class. Okay, so this is this wisdom right here. Into one class. Now let me give me 1 second while I get this ready to play for you here. I want to play something for you here. And yes, I want to play this. We haven't even prayed in yet, right? I want to let me see if I can send this to myself. How do I do this? 1 second. Because I'm going to try to play this. Here we go. I want to try to play this on the screen here. Okay. How do I want to email it to me. Huh. Okay, here we go. Let's see if that'll go to it. 1 second while I'm preparing this. Stick with me. I'm gonna play one more song brought to you by the elect. And as you see the banner, welcome back to the Stirring the Prayer Meeting, Monday evening night prayer meeting, brought to you by the elect. Many called, few chose. Available March 4th. Come on. 2023, Father willing. All right. So that's what we want to do. And that's what, if the Father says so, it will be available. Okay. Now, let me put this back on the screen. And I should be able to actually go in here where I was. Where's it at? Yeah, it's right here. And Okay, well, how did I do that? I think I messed up here. 1 second, family. Which one did I just do? What did I just do with it? Here we go, right here. That's what I want up that. And I was looking for this other thing, so I had to go into this one to open this video up. Okay, now check this out. We're talking about how to give and apply. We're talking about application. Here it goes. I think it came up for me. Now, let's see if I can play it. Okay, here we go. It's only a few moments. Hold on now. Here we go, family. Let me share this with you all. Okay, as we get ready to pray, and because we need to be stirred up organically. Glory to the Most High. Let me stop that. Would it let me share another one? That's probably what it would let me do. Let me see. Let me stop sharing that and then share this. Fair use. For journal purposes only, educational purposes. Let's get a look at this here. I don't know how I can open it up bigger. I think this is as big as I can open it up, but here we go. Take a good listen here. See if I can turn it. Where's the volume at? It seemed like it was kind of low. Listen good.
Since 1895. Been with my folks since 1895. And so they sort of been with the family a long time. And
hold on.
You get
make sure you get
an old age assistance check, don't you?
Yeah.
He says he'd take care of him, give him a home to live in, and get him out of jail and all of that. But most of the Negroes on the white man's plantation is not living in the house. They just been born. The white man get everything they make. So there's nothing left for the man and his family. Well, that's the way he set it up a long time ago, and it's still going that way. He always figured the Negroes out in debt, and which he's in debt, because you take a man making only $300 a year, and with 10 or 12 in family, well, naturally he's in debt, because he's got always borrowed money from this white landowner is to keep going. Well, then he keeps a big stick over his head.
J.C. Aaron, that's Hank Aaron's first cousin. Next door out there, that's Isaiah Jones as Nixon. Come on out there, Willie, where you see it. That's Willie Watson, man, the big one, long one. Who else around there? Leroy? Come on around there. You and whoever that is. Is that Nathan? Come on, Nathan. That's another first cousin now. That's Nathan Aaron with the red shirt on. That's Hank's first cousin, too. Come on around there, George Jones. That's George Woods there. George Jones. Leroy Woods. That's all of them have crops here. They work here when they're not needed at home. Come on out in front there where you can see you along there. All right, so I believe that's about all of them. All right, y'all all right? You all right? All right, this is.
And he's been brainwashed now. We can say one thing, white men is good at brainwashing. He brainwashed them into thinking that the only way that he can live is just to cry on the shoulder of the great white father. And most of them feel like that. You know? And I think it will help a lot to get a lot of them off the white man plate.
Let's stop that now. So, as you see, in our captivity, it's almost ingrained into the minds of people I'm talking about everyone. And seeing this, that's why the Bible says that oppression drives a wise man mad. So you're seeing the effects of oppression, and you're seeing, I'm talking about, you really have to be accountable to your budget that you have. I'm talking to you all, dear family. So let's begin to start thinking this way with the resource that you have and invest it into something. I would like to hear from you what you are planning to do to invest into yourself to make your situation better. Okay? It's wonderful and beautiful to be in the prayer meeting and to pray to the, pray to the Most High. Ask for the wisdom, ask for his hedge of protection. Everything starts with the thought. So the Bible says if you commit your works to the Most High, Proverbs 16:3, then shall your thoughts be established. So I would like to see, and what you are doing, and I'm just speaking this to you here organically, just being moved in the spirit. But these are the things that I think about, because it's not enough for just one person or people to just cut their, get them a niche and have something going for themselves. But let's encourage our brothers and sisters to be free thinkers. That you can do it. You don't have to put all your eggs in the basket. And I'm going back to Ecclesiastes before we pray in. And I want you to remember that video now. The video where you've seen these, the sons of Jacob. So we do have to be sick and tired of getting ill treatment. But at the same time, we got to be sick and tired of those who are playing around. Tired of people being lackadaisy. Tired of people not applying these principles of wisdom to your walk. You can't just sit back. I can't just sit back. So if the Most High give you an opportunity, build something. Build it, and they shall come. So build yourself. And that's why I played that song. If you're ministering or whatever the case is, and the Most High put it on your heart, I'm just saying, do something. Don't let another day go by. And make sure that who you sow into, or who you support, and who you get counsel from. Make sure that you're I'm thinking of something, and get a piece of paper. I can show you right now. I kid you not. I got note papers, everything. I got all kinds of ideas. And some of them, I only can do so much in a day, but it's only so much. But I'll be thinking, but these are the Most High established in my thought. I'm like, Most High, you are so amazing, Most High. Let's do it. I don't care if it's sowing something, like, you get what I'm saying? Put you something up to where you can begin to see some type of progress. Like take $1, make $1 to $2, take $1 to make $10, $100 to $1,000. So that way don't put all your eggs in one basket doing the same thing, clocking in, clocking out, and you got nothing going for yourself. Because the day of destitution is coming, and if you're first of all not giving to the Most High, how can you expect to receive anything? That's where I'm laying it all at.